Hey everyone, Sleepy Reader here, just back from the comic shop. Thought I'd show you what I picked up and also give you some thoughts on a few things I read in the last few days. I've been kind of trying to catch up on stuff. But anyway, first of all, I got a nice chunk here. I've been hearing people talk about the current Exo Man of War series, and I discovered my shop has had all 3 issues of the current series so far on the shelves, so I picked it up. Awesome covers, thick, this beautiful thick cover stock. I'm expecting really great art inside. This is a character I've enjoyed in the past but dropped off of it, just, I don't know, here and there off of laziness. Dropped on and off Exo Man of War. I also read it in the 90s, at least for a while. So, yeah, I'm kind of excited to get, this just seems like such a nice package. When a comic book is, you know, like, as some of these, this is the inside of that heavy cardstock cover, in fact. When a comic book is really nice like that, it's particularly appealing to me, and Valiant's done a good job with those kinds of things. Unusual for me, I picked up a Marvel #1. I'm hoping this will be a lot of fun to read with my daughter. She likes Groot from the comics. She has not seen the movie. And Baby Groot, you know. I'm just always looking for something so that when I'm entertaining my daughter, I'm being entertained too. Because there is stuff that's not so entertaining. And a lot of you guys out there, or at least a good number of you guys out there who I respect, have talked about how great Mayday was. I think this is a one-and-done trade. I mean, I think it was 6 issues, but I think the story is complete. So that particularly encouraged me to get it. I'm just peeking there, and it does say The End. So yeah. I think it's kind of is it a Cold War spy story? And that's not normally my thing, but I've heard so many good things about it, that I'd try it. And then, now we get to the stuff that was actually on my pull. Old Guard. This part of the cover is growing while the black part is shrinking. I don't know if that'll continue to be a pattern. Eventually, we'll actually see people's faces or something. This to me has just been a lot of fun. Not very profound, a lot of action, nothing to take seriously, but very enjoyable. Deathstroke is one of several of the Rebirth books that I'm falling further and further and further behind on. I really liked the Deathstroke issues I've read, but I've got 5 or 6 that I haven't read. I've got to get on that. Oh man, this cover is so good. Shaolin Cowboy. This is the book of the week to me, I think. I haven't read it yet. This is the book I'm most looking forward to. I really enjoyed the last issue of Shaolin Cowboy, the first issue of Shaolin Cowboy, Who Will Stop the Rain? Spelled rain like the reign of a king. And that was, I liked the previous Shaolin Cowboy series, but it was kind of like 4 issues that was a one visual gag. So, but this seems to be taking a very different tact, at least judging by issue 1, and I'm really psyched for it. Oh, another one that I'm really psyched for, Black Hammer. I'm not sure if I knew that this was coming out this week, but just by the color scheme, it looks like this issue's going off in a different direction, maybe a little more of a retro Silver Age kind of direction, I'm guessing. I assume the colors are still by Dave Stewart, but they are not. Just says art and letters David Rubin. So it's a different artist, and he's doing his own coloring. Okay, so this is going to be like a fill-in issue, perhaps. But the art and color looks good. Wow, this is a cool cover. I'm a bit behind on Wonder Woman, and I've lost track of the story, so I actually have to backpedal and reread some issues. It's just not sticking in my memory very well what's going on. But I love Liam Sharp's art, and his covers are often really strong. But I think this is the last issue for this team. And then we get Shea Fontana and an artist I've never heard of come on. and who knows, there's no predicting what the tone of that will be. Because Shea Fontana is basically a animation scriptwriter for kids animation, who also has done graphic novels for the DC superhero girls, which apparently are enormous sellers, so maybe that's why DC's trying her out on a regular DC comic, see if she can pull some of that kid audience, although I don't know, I'm assuming it'll be a more adult Wonder Woman, so I don't know. Maybe they can ride that middle ground for things that grown-ups can enjoy, but are not wildly inappropriate for kids. Sort of like Commandy. I hold out hope for each issue. Of the 4 issues of the Commandy Challenge that have come out so far, I really respected and enjoyed 2 of the issues, and the other issues were interesting enough, but seemed a little more rote. Since Commandy is this comic that is revered and loved by people, especially of a certain age, it's most interesting when the artists and writers are just going all out to show what they can do with Commandy for their brief moment on Commandy. And just a quick look at the art. Looks like this is going to be a good one art-wise. It's by which Rice? Ivan Rice, who is a very good artist. Looks a little different than his normal art, which is very Neil Adams-ish. Do I have the different... There's more than one Rice, so I might have them confused. Action Comics. I hope this is better than the last few issues. This has really gone down for me since Reborn. Since the Reborn crossover with Superman. So we'll see, because I used to look forward to this twice a month as it was coming out before Reborn. It was just perfect, fun Superman popcorn. What's this one called? Revenge. Oh, is this... I'm even getting the 2 Superman series confused now that they mix them together in Reborn. I think this is the one where a bunch of Superman villains have been brought together to get Superman. And then we've got, oh, that's an interesting title, Wrath of the Spoiler. Detective was one of my another favorite popcorn rebirth book, but in the last 2 issues it kind of fell down for me. It was building up to these big Cassandra Cain moments, and I just felt that they were kind of rote. But another character that I'm very interested in this Batman family is Spoiler, so I hope this will turn out to be good. It's not encouraging to me that it's got a co-writer, Christopher Sabella, who is not a writer that I've liked in the past. So, we'll see. I'll probably be wrong about my predictions on certain things and right on others. So, you know what? I thought I was going to do a bunch of comic book thoughts at the end of this, but I've got a frog in my throat and I don't really feel like going into it. So at some point later, I'll do a video where I talk about the Black Monday murders. I read this whole trade in the last day and a half. Britannia, We Who Are About to Die, issues 1 and 2. Res, I still call you Res. Res requested that I give some thoughts on this on Twitter, but I knew I couldn't explain my thoughts on it on Twitter. I also wanted to talk about the All Reds Bug, based on Jack Kirby's Bug. And I definitely wanted to highlight Royal City, issue number 3, which I enjoyed a lot. So I hope maybe later tonight or tomorrow, or anyway, sometime soon, I'll do a comic book thoughts video. Sorry, I'm just not feeling like talking anymore. Talk to you all later. Bye-bye.